Hello, dear DSC candidates. Welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I am Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I am going to explain the grammar questions given in the 2008 DSC question paper. All of you know pretty well that solving and practicing the previous year's question papers will provide you with a lot of awareness with regard to the question paper pattern and also the posing of questions. I therefore request all of you to watch this video till the end without skipping it in the middle. I also request all of you to consider subscribing to my channel and also sharing this video with your near and dear ones. Thank you so much, and now let's get into the video. 41 to 44, that means 5 questions. Okay, read the text below. That means you have to read the passage that is given below and answer the questions appropriately. You have to answer all of them appropriately, means correctly. Okay, right. And here I am going to read this passage for you. Please listen to it attentively so that you can answer all the questions appropriately. Right. What is that little passage? See, this is that little passage. Just then means in the meanwhile. Very simple. A man elbowed his way out of the crowd. That means a man, what did he do? Elbowed. Elbowed means pushed hard. Okay. He pushed hard his way out of the crowd. That means, there was a big crowd. From that crowd, he pushed all the people and he made his way out of that crowd. He made his way out of that crowd, pushing all the people very hard. That is the meaning of this. And that crowd, where was that? Into the lane. So, from that crowd, he wanted to go into the lane, right? He looked as if he wished to touch Gandhiji's feet to show respect for him. And he appeared as if he were going to touch the feet of Gandhiji to show his deep respect for him. But he only appeared. That means it's only an imaginary situation. He only appeared to be going to do so. But in fact, he was not planning to do so. But he had some other idea in his mind. Okay. But since they were late, as they were already late, what happened? Manu tried to stop him and caught hold of his hand. So Manu tried. Manu, you know very well, Gandhi's assistant. So that Manu tried to stop him and she immediately held his hand. But that man pushed even Manu also very hard. And therefore, whatever, he pushed her away so that she fell down. And he pushed that Manu so hard that she fell down on the ground. So planting himself about 2 feet in front of Gandhiji. So from that crowd, this man emerged and now planting himself. Planting means standing firmly or standing fixedly just 2 feet in front of Gandhiji. And what did he do? Fired 3 shots. From a small automatic pistol. From a small automatic pistol. He had a small automatic pistol, and with that automatic pistol, he fired at Gandhiji 3 shots, and with that, Gandhiji he died. And from this passage, you understand who that man was. Okay, who was that man? That was none other than Nathuram Godse, who killed Gandhiji on that day. So this is a small passage, and now we move on to answer the questions given after this passage. Okay. 41st question. What is the 41st question? He looked, he means who? That man in the passage. He looked as if he wished to touch Gandhiji's feet to show respect for him. So here, he means that man that was mentioned in the previous passage. And how did he look? He looked as if he wished, means he appeared as though he were going to touch Gandhiji's feet, to show his deep reverence, to show his deep respect. So that is the sentence that was given in the passage. And now what is the examiner asking you to do? So this sentence means, what is the meaning of this sentence? I have just now told you about that. That man appeared as though he were going to touch Gandhi's feet to show his respect. That is only the meaning of this. And now the examiner is asking you to give the meaning of this. Let us search for that meaning in the options given. Okay, what are the options given? The man really wanted to show respect for Gandhiji. No, the man pretended as to touch Gandhi. So he only pretended. Actually, his intention was different. But he looked only. He only looked. It's an imaginary situation. He only looked that he were going to touch Gandhiji's feet. But he was not with that intention. That's why he only pretended. So that is the second answer, is the right one. The man touched Gandhi's feet. No, the man who actually wished to touch, really he did not like to touch Gandhi's feet. Okay, here the first one, third one, fourth one are absolutely wrong. Only the second one is going to be your answer. And now let's move on to the next question. What is the next question? 42nd one. The phrase planting himself means. Planting himself is a phrase given in that passage. What is the meaning of that? Let us look at the options. He stood behind a plant. No. He stood dumbfounded. Dumbfounded means no, puzzled or confused or something like that. No. He stood trembling. No. Did he stand trembling? No. So planting himself means he stood firmly. Firmly, in other words, you can also say fixedly. When you want to fire somebody, you must stand fixedly. If you are shaking, the bullet might go somewhere. That's why he cannot hit the target. That's why if whoever wants to shoot somebody, he must stand at one place fixedly or firmly. Then only he can reach the target. So that's why here planting himself means he stood firmly. So this is only your right answer. Sorry, and this is the right one. First one, second one, third one are wrong. Only the fourth one is going to be your answer. And now that is the answer. Now let's move on to answer other questions. 43rd question is there. Manu tried to stop the man because, Manu was the assistant of Gandhiji. She tried to stop that man because, why did she want to stop him? Because, let us look at the options and choose the right one. Okay, she had great respect for the man's gentle manners. No, because of course she might have had great respect for that man, but not because of his gentle manners. Of course, he must be a good man. Nathuram Godse must be a good man, no doubt about that. He must have had gentle manners also. But that is not the reason why she stopped here. That may be the right one, but that is not the reason here. She could not sense the man's cruel intention, as she could not see the man's cruel intention. Okay, that's not the right answer. She was afraid of the pistol, and she did not see the pistol with him at all, and that's why this is also wrong. So first one, second one, third one are absolutely wrong. And here Manu tried to stop the man because Gandhiji was late for the prayer of that day. For the prayer of the day, Gandhi was very late. And that's why if this man was allowed to go to Gandhi, it would become still more delayed. Okay, it will become still late. That's why she tried to stop that man. So that's the reason why she stopped that man. Okay, that's the relevant reason. So this fourth one is the right one. Now let's move on to the next question. 44th question. A man elbowed his way out of the crowd into the lane. So what is that? Here the statement is given. That's the very first sentence of the passage. So what is the examiner asking you to do? This sentence means. So before we choose the correct option from the options given below, so let us see the meaning of this. A man, you know very well, some man. Elbowed means pushed. Okay. You can easily understand this. A man pushed his way out of the crowd into the lane. That means this man made his way. Elbowed means pushing the people with his elbows. Elbow means these are the elbows. Okay, with the elbows he was pushing the people. So he made his way, pushing the people that were in the crowd, and he came into the lane. To go into the lane. That's why the meaning of this: a man elbowed his way. A man pushed the people in that crowd with his elbows in order to make his way. That's the meaning, right? And now let us look at the options. The man entered the lane silently without causing any disturbance. No, the man pushed people rudely and entered the lane. Okay, that's the right one. He pushed the people rudely, roughly, impolitely, and entered the lane. That is that. So this is the meaning of that. And the man entered the lane frightening the crowd with a pistol. No, he did not take out his pistol. He did not frighten anybody, threaten anybody with a pistol. And that's why this is not going to the right one. And the man peacefully entered the lane in a queue. No, he did not enter the lane peacefully standing in a queue. He simply made his way by pushing the people on his way with his elbows. Okay, that is there. Now this is the second one is your answer, and all others are wrong ones. And now let's move on to the next question. 45th question. What is the 45th question? Suma is not the cleverest of all the girls in the class. And on seeing this question, you understand that this question is in the superlative degree, because cleverest superlative adjective is used. But here, before this not is used. So here, without using this not, if a superlative sentence is given, that is method 2. Okay, if this superlative degree is given with not, that is method 2B. let us change the sentence first of all before we choose the correct answer. Suma is not is used as it is. The cleverest is turned into, because it is the comparative degree, you are turning it into the comparative. Cleverer. Okay. So Suma is not cleverer. After this, after the comparative adjective, you have to use than. Okay. After that, of all the girls in the class, that should be done. Some of the girls, okay, in the class. That should be the sentence. Okay. And what will be the positive sentence, positive degree sentence? Some of the girls. After than, whatever may be the sentence, it should be brought to the front position. Yes. Some of the girls. What is that? Some of the girls in the class. Okay. Some of the girls is plural. That's why are. Okay. At least, you have to say, at least as clever as. So this positive degree adjective must be put between as and as clever as Suma. That should be the right one. So Suma, this is the superlative degree. Method 2, type B. Okay. And this is comparative degree, this is positive degree. So now let us see the Telugu meaning also in order to understand this. What is the meaning of this sentence? Suma is not the cleverest of the girls in the class, means Taragatuloni Ammayilandarlo Kella. Right, up to here it's okay. Taragatuloni Ammayilandarlo Kella. Now we have to take the meaning. Suma Atyanta Telivainadi Kadu. Taragatuloni Ammayilandarlo Kella. Suma Atyanta Telivainadi Kadu. అత్యంత తెలివైనది కాదు అంటే ఇంకా కొంతమంది ఉన్నారు ఆమె కంటే ఈమె తక్కువ తెలివైనది, కొంతమంది ఈమంత తెలివైన వాళ్ళని, దీన్ని బట్టి you understand from this. Okay, right. And that's why the comparative degree is written like this. Suma is not cleverer than some of the girls in the class. So after than you are using some of the or some other, whatever you can say. Okay, some other also you can say, some of the also you can say. Okay, Suma is not cleverer than some of the girls in the class means తరగతిలోని కొద్దిమంది అమ్మాయిల కంటే సుమ మరింత తెలివైనది కాదు. కొద్దిమంది అమ్మాయిల కంటే మరింత తెలివైనది కాదు అంటే తక్కువ తెలివైనది. రైట్. నౌ పాజిటివ్ డిగ్రీ. Then after then, what is the matter given here? Some of the girls. Okay, this part you have to write here in the positive degree. Some of the girls in the class. తరగతిలోని కొద్దిమంది అమ్మాయిలు, at least దాదాపు సుమ అంతటి, as clever as means సుమ అంతటి తెలివైన వారు. అవును, కొద్దిమంది ఆమె కంటే తెలివైన వాళ్ళు కాదు. ఓకే, సుమ కంటే తెలివైన, మరింత తెలివైన వాళ్ళు కాదు అంటే అర్థమైంది, కొద్దిమంది దాదాపు ఈమంతా తెలివైన వాళ్ళు అని అర్థం. సో ఎనీవే, any one of these three sentences can express the same meaning. So that is the meaning. So this is how we change this sentence into this. And now what is the examiner asking you to do? Now you have learned this. Please watch my video made on the degrees of comparison. In that video I have dealt with all methods. Method 1, type A, type B, type C. Method 2, type A, type B. Method 3, type A, type B. So all details are clearly given with so many examples. Why don't you watch that video to to get that knowledge of degrees of comparison? Right, please, if you find time, please watch that video. And now let's move on to the options. What is the option? This sentence means, what are the options? Suma is not one of the cleverest girls in the, no, one of the is not used at all. No other girl in the class. No other is the second method. Second method, type A. When you change that sentence into positive degree, it will begin with no other. So it is not that. It is method 2, type B. That's why this is that. Suma is cleverer than any other girl. No, this is wrong. Some of the girls in the class, some of the girls in the class are at least as clever as Suma. So this must be your answer. This is the superlative degree sentence, and the sentence is here in the positive degree. So this is the correct sentence, right? So your answer is going to be the fourth one. Now let's move on to other questions. What is sixth question? Martin is quite unlike his brother. Okay, this is the statement, or this is the question given, and what is the examiner asking you to do? Let us see that. This sentence means, he's asking you to give the meaning of that sentence. And what is he saying? Martin is quite unlike means, Martin is quite means always very, unlike means different. Okay, different from his brother. So Martin is very different from his brother. That must be your answer. Martin dislikes his brother. No. Martin likes his brother. No. Martin is very much similar to his brother. No. Martin is very different. Unlike means different from. This pen is unlike that. That means this pen is different from that. That's not the meaning. And quiet means what? Very. There are two words. Q-I-E-T is there. Quiet. Quiet means silent. Be quiet. This is quiet. This is an adjective. And here, quiet is there. This is quiet. Quiet means completely, completely, okay, completely, right, or very, you are quite wrong. You are quite correct, don't you say? You are quite correct, right? Very correct, very much correct. That is that. So here, this is quite, this is quiet. This is an adjective, this is an adverb. So here, this is an adverb, the meaning of this is very, unlike me, different from. So therefore, the meaning of the sentence is Martin is very different from his brother. So this fourth one is going to be your answer. And now let's move on to the next question. What is that? In the word mortgage, the silent letter is, okay, look at this word. How do you pronounce this? According to the Indian pronunciation, we say mortgage, something like that. Mortgage. Mortgage, don't say mortgage. So the pronunciation of this word, according to the British pronunciation, it should be like this. Mortgage. Mortgage. Mortgage means R is dropped and T is dropped. Two letters are dropped. See, this is the British spelling. British, let me say. This is British pronunciation. British pronunciation. And American spelling pronunciation is more. R is pronounced in American English. Okay, mortgage. See this is mortgage. American spelling, America. Mortgage. This is the phonetic symbol. Mortgage. Mortgage. Okay. And British pronunciation is mortgage. 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 Okay. So R is there in the American spelling, but not in the British spelling. So they drop that. Mortgage. 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 Okay. So here, on the whole, so R is silent in the British English, but not in the American English. But totally silent is only the letter that is T. T is silent both in the British pronunciation and also in the American pronunciation. Okay, you should know the pronunciation. According to the Indian pronunciation, it's a mortgage. You pronounce T, mortgage, you say that. But you don't use that T either in the British pronunciation or in the American pronunciation. Let us now look at the options. Is A silent in this? No. O silent? No. We say mortgage. R is also not correct because it is silent. This R is silent in the British pronunciation but not in the American pronunciation. That's why it's okay. And T is there. It is silent both in the British pronunciation and in the American pronunciation. So here your answer is going to be the fourth one. Now let's move on to the other questions. 48th one is there. Identify the language function in the following expression. Language function is asking you to find out the language function of the following expression. What is the expression given? Let us look at the options. Okay, what do you think of my joining the club? What do you think of my joining the club? He is asking his friend, hello, what do you think of my joining the club? What are you doing this? You are seeking somebody's opinion. You are seeking somebody's opinion. So let us look at the options. Asking for opinion. This is the right one. First one is the right one. Disagreeing with someone? No. Accepting invitation? No. Greeting someone? No. So you are seeking somebody's opinion. That's why your answer is going to be number one. Right. Now let's move on to the next question. 49th question. I have never spent Christmas alone before dash. So here some dash is given and a question mark is also given. And let us see what the examiner is asking you to do. Okay. Choose the correct question tag to fill in the blank. You are asked to fill in the correct question tag. So what are the options given here? But before we see the options, let us look at the sentence. I have never spent Christmas alone before. So this sentence is given in the present perfect and never is also there. So see, if it is a positive statement, you have to use helping verb. Okay, helping verb plus not place pronoun. So this is the question tag. Helping verb plus not plus pronoun and question mark. That should be the question tag for a positive statement. For a negative statement, only helping verb plus pronoun. Okay, that is only these two things you have to understand. For a positive statement, you have to take the helping verb from the sentence given, and then you have to add not to that helping verb. Then pronoun you have to use. That is the question tag for the positive statements. For the negative statements, just to take the helping verb from that and also pronoun of that sentence and question mark. That is only the right thing. So here I have never spent. This is given in the present perfect. And what do you do? So here helping verb is have. But here remember, never is there. Never is a negative word, and therefore it's a negative statement. That's why have plus pronoun. Okay. What is the pronoun used here? I. Have I. That means you must say have I. That must be your question tag. Now let us check up the options. Aren't I? No. Have I? Right. Isn't it? Wrong. Haven't I? Wrong. So your answer is going to be the second one. Okay. Right. Now let's move on to the other questions. The room is cleaned every day. 50th question. The room is cleaned every day. Right. And what is the examiner asking you to do? Let us see that. The other form of the given sentence is, what is the other form? Other form means here you find this sentence is in the passive voice. Okay. PV means passive voice. Okay. Passive voice. So passive voice means what is that passive voice? So whenever you find am, is, or plus past participle form of the verb, that is nothing but the passive form of the simple present. Only the simple present can be turned into passive voice in this way. Is plus pp. Is cleaned means the sentence must be in the other form. That means in the active form must be in the simple present. So that's why what should be the right one? Let us look at it. Somebody cleans the room every day. Okay, this is the right one. And somebody cleaned, because is there means this is not the sentence is given in the past tense, simple past tense. So this is not the right one. Somebody cleans the room every now and then. No, every now and then is not there. Every day is only there. So here this is also not correct. Somebody was cleaning. So this is past continuous. This is also not correct. So second one, third one, fourth one are wrong. Only the first one is the right one, because the sentence is in the passive form of the simple present. How can you say it is in the simple present? Means am plus pp, is plus pp, are plus pp. PP means past participle form of the verb. So whenever it is there, you must think it is the passive form of the simple present active voice. Somebody cleans the room every day. Somebody cleans what? The room. This is the object. Okay. Now you can change it. The room. Simple present means you have to use is, because the room is singular object. Therefore you use. So then cleaned. Okay. And actually by somebody you must say. Okay. By somebody every day. This should be the right one. But here, since you don't know who cleaned that room, somebody means you don't know that agent. When you don't know that person, when the person is unknown, you should not express that a subject by the preposition by. By the preposition by, you should not express it. You must drop it. And that's why the room is cleaned every day. That has become so. In the active voice, it's okay. But in the passive voice, it's not okay. The somebody should not be used in the passive voice. Somebody, someone, people, one, certain subjects are there. They are unknown subjects. Okay, when the subjects are unknown, you should not express them in the passive voice with the help of the preposition by. The rule is there. Okay, and under that rule, no, this is gone. That's why what is that? The room is cleaned every day. This sentence has become right. And now let's move on to the next question. A. Some people are very poor. Right. B. They are happy. This is the. So some people are very poor, they are happy. So these two statements are given. And what is the examiner asking you to do? Let us see that. Choose the sentence that combines the above two sentences. He is asking you to combine these two sentences together. How to combine them? Let us look at the options. Though some people are poor, they are not happy. This statement is not correct. All poor people are happy. No. Though some people are poor, they are happy. Kontamandi prajalu pedavarga unnapatikini, they are happy. This is the right one, because some people are very poor, they are happy. So though some people are poor, they are happy. This is how we can combine these two sentences in this way. Okay. Some happy people are poor. So first one, second one, fourth one are wrong, and only the third one is the right option, right answer. And now let's move on to the next question. 52nd one. I'm sure Kate dash understand if you explain the situation here. So here is a blank given, and what is the examiner asking you to do? Let us see. Okay, choose the correct form of the verb. This is very important. Given in the what to be used in this, what is the correct form of the verb to be used in this blank? Okay, what is that? Let us see that. So in order to choose the right option, you must observe the given sentence. What is there? I am sure Kate, okay, if you explained the situation. So it is if is there. That means no, it is a conditional statement. Okay, it is a conditional statement. The sentence beginning with the if means it's a conditional sentence. So if you explained the situation to her. So with if simple past tense is there. Whenever there is, with if there is simple past tense, automatically in the other part of the sentence, there must be a sentence with would or, could or, might or, should plus base form where must be used. I'm sure Kate would understand this is only the right one, because all of you know very well about these conditional statements. So if you don't think that you can say the video is going to be lengthy, I'm ready to explain all the things. My job itself is to explain the things neatly and clearly and correctly. So that's only my job, and my purpose is only that. So here we have three kinds of conditional sentences. Conditional sentences are of three types. Okay, what is that? Type 1, type 2, type 3 are there. Type 1 are conditional. Okay, simple conditional sentences. Simple conditional sentences, right? And impossible conditional sentences. Okay, unfulfilled conditional sentences. It is like this. Okay, and here in each and every conditional sentence there are two parts. If clause part, what is that? If clause part, main clause part, main clause part. MC means main clause part. In every conditional sentence, you find two parts: if clause part and main clause part. This I made it very clearly in some other video also. And so in the first what is that? Simple conditional sentences, or you can also call them open conditional sentence. Simple or open, anything you can say. Open conditional sentences. In the if clause part, there must be simple present. There must be simple present. And then in the main clause part, shall or will or can or may plus base form verb must be there. There must be a sentence with shall or will or can or may plus base form verb, preferably will. In the if clause part, there must be only simple present. So in the impossible conditional sentence part, there must be simple past, and in the main clause part, there must be should or would, could, might plus base form verb, and preferably would must be there. Okay, if there is in the if clause part simple past, automatically in the main clause part a sentence must be there with should or would or could, might plus base form verb. So it is like unfulfilled condition means past perfect. In the if clause part, past perfect will be there. Past perfect. Okay, past perfect. Had plus PP tense is called past perfect. And in the main clause part, there must be a sentence with the us, would have, should have, could have, might have plus PP. PP means past participle form of the verb. Okay, right. And this is very important. Okay, now you please look at this important grammatical aspect. Conditional sentences. Each and every conditional sentence has got two parts: if clause part, main clause part. And there are three types of conditional sentences: open conditional sentences, impossible conditional sentences, unfulfilled conditional sentences. And these three types of conditional sentences will have their own special verb pattern. Okay, so if you take up this open conditional sentence, in the if clause part there must be simple present, and in the main clause part there must be a sentence with a shall or will or can or may plus base form verb, preferably will. Right. And in the impossible conditional sentence, in the if clause part simple past must be there, and in the main clause part there must be a sentence with should or would or could or might plus base form verb, and preferably with would. Right. And in the unfulfilled conditional sentences, in the if clause part there must be used only past perfect tense, and in the main clause part there must be used a sentence with would have, should have, would have, might have plus PP. So this is there. Now if you look at this now, after if what is there? Simple past tense is there. Simple past tense means what? In the main clause part, what must be there? With should or would or could or might plus base form verb must be there, preferably with would, and that's why would understand. So therefore this third one is going to fit in this blank and not the first one or second one or fourth one, and therefore your answer is going to be the third one. Now let's move on to other questions. 53rd one. This is the most important function of a foot march. The comparative form of the given sentence is, so this is the statement. Okay, and now you are asked to give the comparative form of this statement or sentence. Okay, and let us change it into the comparative sentence. So most important means, now let us look at this. This is method 2 type A. Method 2 type A. Okay, method 2 type A, and now you can easily change it. What is that? This is the most important will be turned into more important. Okay, we can do it ourselves. Okay, we can do it on our own, and then let us check up the answers given in the options. Okay, this is more important than any other. Okay, after writing the comparative adjective, you have to use than and any other. After that, what is the remaining part of the sentence? Function of a foot march. The same sentence you have to write this. Function of a foot march. Okay. So here, this is more important than any other function of a foot march. Okay. This is means what? This function. Okay. This function or this whatever it is. This must be your answer. And now let us look at the options. Okay. This function is more important than any other. So this function is the same. The very first one is the right one. What is that? This function. This means what? This function is more important than any other function of the foot march. The very first one is the right one. The second one is wrong. Very few. No, this very few is used only in the third method, type A, positive degree. So very few is wrong. This function is more important than most other. So this is wrong, because after the comparative adjective, you should not use than most other. These are not allowed. Of course, after comparative, than is okay, but most other is not okay. And fourth one is there. This function is more important than many other is there. After than, many other is given. So this is also wrong. So second one, third one, fourth one are wrong, and only the first one is the right option. And now let's move on to the next question. 54th question is there. Choose the type of letter in which you write the sentence below. So if you write that sentence, what letter will it become? Okay, and let us look at the question. I have the honor of inviting your attention to the water problem in our area. See how nicely you are writing the letter. I have the honor of inviting your attention to the water problem in our area. So this is a nice style of writing a letter. It's a formal style of writing letter. So here now he is asking you to choose the type of letter. What is the type of letter? Personal letter. In the personal letter, you don't write like this, and you don't use this kind of language, right? And the formal letter, it's only the formal letters. Formal letters means letters written sticking to the formalities are called formal letters. But here, it's a formality. I have the honor of inviting your attention. So it's a formality. You are writing in a formal manner, and that's why it's a formal letter. Friendly letter, no. Informal letter, no. Only the formal letter. And that's why your answer is number 2, right? And now let's move on to the next question. 55th question. What makes these holes? So this is a question. What is the examiner asking you to do? So let us see that here. The sentence may be written in the passive voice. Okay, that means this is in the past active voice. Okay, and now you have to change it into the passive voice, right? How to change this into passive voice? And moreover, this is a WH question. Okay, what makes these holes, right? And before you choose the right option, let us change it on our own first of all. Okay, let us do it ourselves, and later on check the answer options for the relevant answer. What makes? Okay, you please put this what aside, and this is the verb. What makes? So this is in the simple present. Okay, one point is okay. And now you question the verb with what? What makes what? Makes what? These holes. So whenever you question the verb with what, okay, whenever you question the verb with what, you get the answer. That answer is called an object. Okay, this answer itself is called the object. So here, these holes is the object of this verb, right? So what makes these holes? So makes is a verb, and these holes is an object, right? And moreover, this sentence is in the simple present. Whenever you change the simple present into passive voice, if the object is in the singular number, you use is. If the object is in the plural number, you use are. That's only that. So if the object is singular, okay, you use is. Okay, if the object is plural, you use are. Okay, here these holes is a plural one, and moreover it is big. So you write whatever the WH word used at the beginning, you must write as it is, right, afterwards. And these holes, this object must be brought to the front position, but this is in the question. That's why you must put the helping verb, then the object. So you have to say are, helping verb, these holes, okay, helping verb plus object, then makes, this is a base form verb. So always, whatever may be the form of the verb in the active voice, that must be turned into past participle form of the verb in the passive voice. Okay, in the active voice, whether the verb is in the present tense or present participle or past tense or past participle, you have to change that verb into the past participle form of the verb only, the last form of the verb only, right? So make, making, made, and made. So that made is there. what are these holes made by? Because here subject is not there, that's why you stop the sentence here. What are these holes made by? Because after by you must use the you must mention the agent or the subject, but the subject is not there. That's why you stop the sentence up to there, up to the preposition. What are these holes made by? That is the most relevant one, right? And now let us look at the options. Okay, by what these holes are made? No, wrong. What are made these holes by? Wrong. What are made? Because what are, after the helping verb, object must be used, but main verb is used. Therefore, what are made these holes by? No. What are these holes made by? Okay, what are these holes made by? Third one is the right one. What are these holes are made by? What these holes are made by? Wrong. So here this is ungrammatical. This is grammatical correct. This is ungrammatical. So here first one, second one, fourth one are wrong. Only the third one is our answer. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. 56th question. I don't have a car. Okay, I don't have a car and I find it difficult to get around. Okay, so here are given two sentences. I don't have a car, first point. I find it difficult to get around. Get around means to go to the places where you want to go. So now what is the examiner asking you to do? That about two sentences may be combined into one simple sentence. These are two separate, this is a separate sentence, this is a separate sentence, but he is asking you to combine into one simple sentence. One sentence only, sentence. Not only one simple sentence, not compound sentence or complex sentence, but only one simple sentence. Two simple sentences into one simple sentence. That's interesting. So how can we do that? Let us look at the options. Okay, after having a car, I find it difficult to get around. No. After having a car, how can you find it difficult to get around? No, that's why this is wrong. And not having a car, I find it difficult to get around. The second one is the right one. Not having a car, కారు లేకపోవడం వల్ల ఐ ఫైండ్ ఇట్ డిఫికల్ట్ టు గెట్ అరౌండ్. నేను పోవాల్సిన చోట్లకు వెళ్ళలేకపోతున్నాను, చాలా కష్టంగా ఉంది. దట్స్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ దాట్. సో ద సెకండ్ వన్ ఇస్ ద రైట్ వన్. అండ్ థర్డ్ వన్, ఇన్ స్పైట్ ఆఫ్ హ్యావింగ్ ఎ కార్, నేను ఒక కారు కలిగి ఉన్నప్పటికీ ఐ ఫైండ్ ఇట్. నో, దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ ద రైట్ వన్. హ్యావింగ్ ఎ కార్, ఐ ఫైండ్ ఇట్ డిఫికల్ట్ టు గెట్. నో, ఇట్స్ నాట్ ద రైట్ వన్. సో ఫస్ట్ వన్, థర్డ్ వన్, ఫోర్త్ వన్ ఆర్ రాంగ్. ఓన్లీ ద సెకండ్ వన్ is the right option, right answer. Now let's move on to the next question. 57 to 60, these are the 4 questions you are going to answer. And what you have to do is you have to read the text given with a few blanks. You have to read the passage and fill in the blanks with appropriate words given under that passage. Okay, and that is one the thing you have to do. And now this is the small passage. Computer is a great dash to mankind. Great dash. So this is an adjective. After an adjective, there must be used what? A noun always. So let us choose that noun from the given options. Okay, wait on. With enormous promise, that means with the computers are promising enormous progress, enormous development. With the advent of computers, there's a lot of rapid progress. Okay, you know that very well. But like everything man has touched, unfortunately, whatever man has touched, it is liable to take many turns. So that the technology or that is whatever man touches, that is taking wrong turns, or it is going in a wrong way. Okay, yes, because and that is there. A primitive dash is the automatic pilot. So a primitive is again what? Primitive means ancient. Primitive, after this adjective, we must again use a noun. Right, what noun is to be used in that? We are going to see that is the automatic pilot. Okay, automatic pilot. So here these two blanks are given and two options are also given here itself under that. Computer is a great doom to mankind. Doom means death or ruin. Is it that? No. Nightmare means a frightening dream, a bad dream. Is a computer a great nightmare? No. Bad dream? No. Bane means poison. Computer is a great poison to mankind? No. So computer is a great boon. Boon means blessing or a benefit. Okay, therefore you use this fourth one in this blank. Computer is a great boon to mankind, right? With enormous promise. Okay, that computers have promised a lot of development, but like everything man has touched, it is liable to take many wrong turns. A primitive dash is the automatic pilot. So let us see what to be used in this 58th blank. What is that? Yes, a primitive example? No. A primitive war? No. A primitive adventure? Okay, a primitive adventure. Is the automatic pilot. Automatic pilot means just like Tesla cars are there. They take you to the destination and they bring you back even if you don't drive it. It's a latest technology. Yes, driverless one. Just you put your hand on the steering. So it will take you to the destination. If you set the destination, it will take you to that place and it will take you back home safely. So that's a great technology, That's a great advantage of the latest technology. So it's an adventure, a primitive adventure. What was the primitive adventure? Automatic pilot. Automatic pilot means without even nowadays drones are being flown into the air. Okay, from here only you are operating them. Okay, so they are flying in the sky, but you are operating from the ground. So in the same way, automatic pilot planes have also come into existence. They will be going on from the ground only. You will be operating the planes just like drones. So it's an adventure. So here this third one is to be used here. A primitive adventure is the automatic pilot. So here in this a boon and in this adventure, not history. So these are the two options. The fourth one, third one. Right, now let's move on to the next passage. The remaining passage is given here because I have cut the passage into two parts with the two blanks with another part. This is obviously an asset to the airman. So automatic pilot plane means it's an asset to the airman, allowing him to perform longer without dash. So automatic piloting means it will take you to the destination automatically. Okay, the pilot has to just sit in his seat. That's all. Just like the Tesla car, So it will take you to the destination if you just sit in the driver's seat. So in the same way, the same technology is this one. So here, allowing him to perform longer. He can do the duty or he can run the plane without dash. Without dash. What to be used in this? After without, you must use a noun again. But it is a serious dash. After this again, subject, you must use again a noun. But it is a serious dash to leave a plane in sole charge of it. Cases when this has been done have led to disaster and near disaster. So, but if you just sit in the seat, and simply watch its movement, sometimes it might meet with accidents. Even Tesla cars have also met with accidents. So simply you have to put your hand on the steering. Simply sit in the driver's seat. So it will be, you set the destination, okay, Costco or some destination. So it will take you to that place without any problem. It will apply brakes on its own. It will stop on its own at the junctions. It will do all the activities, whatever you do if you really drive that car. Okay, so that is the greatness of the Tesla car. Sometimes what happens, it has also even hit or it has also met with some accidents also, and it is being developed. So 90% is better, 10% some dangers are there. So in the same way here, what's that? Automatic piloting means pilot will sit in the seat and it will be going without his steering and doing that all. Sometimes what happens, then he said, but it is a serious dash to leave a plane in sole charge of it. If you just leave the plane and keep quiet, and it will be a dangerous thing. When this has been done, you have led to disaster. If that is the case, what happens, that a plane might meet with an accident. Okay, that is there. Near disaster. So in this passage, two blanks are given, and let us fill in them. So longer without. Okay, what is it? Allowing him to, because if there is if the pilot has to do nothing in the plane, simply sitting in the seat means he will perform more hours of duty. Okay, without without failure, no. Without rest, no. Without change, no. Without fatigue. Fatigueness means what? Weariness. Weariness means alasata. He can perform the duty without weariness, without fatigue. And now let's go to the 60th one. But it is a serious dash to leave a plane in a sole charge of it. Okay, it is a serious what? Violation. Yes, it's a violation. Okay, it's the right one. It's a serious move, no. It's a serious mark, no. It's a serious rule, no. Only serious violation. Violation means the act of violating. Okay, simply asking the plane to go on its own and without handling it, without driving it, sometimes is very serious. It is a serious violation. At least you must be guiding that. Okay, occasionally at least you must be guiding that. So that must be there. Whatever it is, this is a very beautiful passage. And in the 59th passage, fatigue. In the 60th passage, violation. First, this is the first one. This is the, what is that? Second one. Right. And now let's move on to the next question. 61st question. If the doctor had been called earlier, she would still be alive today. What does the above sentence mean? The above sentence means, okay, right? She died because the doctor was called but never came. No. She died because the doctor was called very early. No. He was not called early. Okay. If the doctor had been called earlier means ముందుగానే పిలిచి ఉండినట్టయితే అంటే ముందుగా పిలవలేదు అని అర్థం, అంటే అర్లీగా పిలవలేదు. సో దట్స్ వై దిస్ ఇస్ రాంగ్. షీ డైడ్ బికాజ్ ద డాక్టర్ వాస్ కాల్డ్ లేట్. ముందుగానే డాక్టర్ని పిలిచి ఉండినట్టయితే మీన్స్ ముందుగా పిలవలేదు, ఆలస్యంగా పిలిచారు. దట్స్ ద అండర్లయింగ్ మీనింగ్. So your meaning is she died because the doctor was called late. The third one is the right one. She died because the doctor was not called. No. So third one is going to be your answer, right? And now let's move on to the next question. 62nd one. He never keeps his car in his garage for his own reasons. Of course, he has got his own reasons. He doesn't keep his car in the garage. Okay, right. And here, what is the examiner asking you to do? Choose the word, the underlined part of which, this is the underlined part, the which sounds similar to the underlined word given. So this sound, the sound of this word suits with the sound of one of the options given. What is that? Let us look at that. Here, place is there. Place means what? You know, let me give you in the phonetic transcription. Place. This is the phonetic transcription. Rose is there. Rose. See the phonetic transcription. I should not say this. Phonetic transcription is given on. Raise is there. Raise. Pleasure is there. Pleasure. So place, rose, raise, pleasure. So what is the phonetic transcription of this? Garage, pleasure. So this ja and this ja. So garage is the word, the sound of this is similar to the sound of this pleasure. And now let's move on to the next question. It was about 2 meters deep and we watched as most of our furniture just floated away. See, this is a statement. It was about 2 meters deep. It is deep means automatically you understand you are in water. Okay, right. And we watched as most of our furniture just floated away. And you are in water and most of their furniture is just floating away. It is floating. In water, what in floods now? What happens now? Water you'll be deep in water and things will be floating away on the surface of the water. So this is the statement given. And now what is the examiner asking you to do? Choose the type of disaster. What type of disaster is this? 2 meters deep water and furniture getting floated away means that is nothing but floods. Okay, described in the above sentence, only floods, I think. Hurricane means a violent storm with strong winds and rain is called a hurricane. So this is not that. Flood, this is the right one. Drought means a long period of time when there is no rain and crops die, crops get withered away. So this is not drought. Okay, earthquake, not earthquake. So you are 2 meters deep in water. Deep means in water only. So that's why it's flood. So this disaster is called a flood. 64th one. Anand said, "Let us go home." So here, this is in the direct speech. Okay, what is the examiner asking you to do? The reported form of is, what is the reported form? Reported form means, in other words, indirect speech. What is the indirect speech of this one? So it can be done in 2 ways and 3 ways. Okay, now here after this reporting verb, no object is given. Anand said, with whom did he say these words? It is not mentioned. Okay, that's why let us look at number 1 situation. Anand said to me, "Let's go home." If there is this object now, then we could say Anand suggested or proposed to me. Said is turned into suggested or proposed. Anand suggested to me or proposed to me that, okay, we should, letter should be turned into we should. Okay, we should go home. Anand suggested to me that we should go home. Anand suggested to us is also okay. Whether there is me or us, whenever that is there, this letter should be turned into we should. Suppose if there is second situation, Anand said to him or said to her, let's go home. Suppose this sentence is there after reporting verb, her is their object. Then you have to say Anand proposed or suggested. Anything you can say. Proposed or suggested to her, okay, to her that whenever the object is her or him or other than the first person singular and plural, me is singular, me us is plural, other than first person singular and plural, okay, pronouns are there in the object place, then you should turn these letters into they should. Try to understand this one. Anand proposed to her, Anand proposed to him, Anand proposed to them, whatever it is, other than the first person singular plural pronouns are here as the in the place of this object, then you should turn these letters into they should, and afterwards go home. This should be there. See, two situations I have mentioned here. If after the reporting verb, after this said, if there is to me or to us, first person singular and plural, then you have to turn this said into suggested or proposed, and to me or to us, whatever it is, that you have to use as a connecting word, and this letter should be turned into we should. We should. Afterwards, whatever may be the sentence, you have to write as it is. Go home, no problem. So suppose if after this reporting verb said, if the objects are in the second person or in the third person, see, Anand said to her, Anand said to him, Anand said to them, they are all what? Second person and third person pronouns. If they are in the object place, then this set will be turned into proposed or suggested as usual, and to her or to him or to them is there, and that connecting word should be used as it is, and then this letter should be turned into they should. Here letter should be turned into we should, here letter should be turned into they should. Okay, please, I made a beautiful video on this, but you don't have time to watch such a beautiful videos, right? So here there is no object mentioned after said. Whenever this is the case, we have to do like this. What should we do? Anand, okay, suggested. Letter should not be turned into letter. Suggested going home. Anand suggested going home. That should be the right one. So this is the third situation. Whenever this object is not there, you have to change the sentence in this way. Whenever this object, first person singular and plural object is there, this sentence should be turned into this. Whenever there is third person object here, you have to change. So first situation, second situation, third situation. Three kinds of situations are explained here. So now let us look at the options. See, Anand suggested having gone home. No. Anand suggested going home. Right. Anand suggested to go home. Wrong. Because after suggested, you should not use to infinitive. To go is a to infinitive. After suggested, you should not use this to infinitive. You must use only the ing form where. After Anand suggested going home, that's the right one. Not suggested to go home. So Anand said to go home. No. So first one, third one, fourth one are wrong, and only the second one is your right answer. Please keep these things in your mind. And now let's move on to the other questions. The following instructions of note making are jumbled in their order. So instructions for note making are given here, but they are given in a jumbled manner. What you have to do is you have to put them in the correct order, right? So choose that correct order, same one, okay, and select the salient points. Salient means important points. Suggest an appropriate title, okay, suitable title. Understand the given information, okay. Organize the points in an intelligible manner, in a meaningful manner, understandable manner, right? So these are the 4 points of the note making. And what should be the first one? Understand the given passage, okay. C must be the first one, right? After that, first of all, you have to understand the given information, and afterwards, what is that? Select the salient points. A must be your next point, I think. Okay, organize the points in an intelligible manner. So select, okay, and this D must be the right one, and B suitable. CADB must be your answer. So, okay, first you have to read the given passage and understand it. And then you have to choose the salient points, important point. Then you have to keep all those, organize those points in an intelligible manner. So D point must be there. Then B. CADB must be your answer. And what are the options given here? A, C, okay, first one is the C1, C, D, C, A, D, B, C, A, D, B. The third one is the right one, and fourth one is not the right one. Okay, you can easily understand that. Now let's move on to the next question. 66th question. You are sailing a bit close to the wind by speaking to the boss like that. So sailing a bit close to the wind, okay, this is underlined. This part of the sentence is underlined. And what is the examiner asking you to do? The underlined idiom means, this is an idiom. What is the meaning of that? The idiom means, okay, to do something, okay, to do something that is risky, okay, that is risky or dangerous, okay, that is the meaning of this. To do something that is risky or dangerous. You are sailing a bit close to the wind means you are doing something risky or dangerous, okay, by speaking to the boss like that. So here options are taking risks that would cause problems. The very first one is the right one. Sailing a bit close to the wind means you are doing something wrong and serious and dangerous. So you are taking risks that would cause problems. Get ready for an action, no. To be very friendly, no. Traveling very close, no. So only the first one is the meaning of this idiom. And now let's move on to the next question. 67th one. What is that? I did not go to the party. I did not meet lots of people. So these are the two statements given here. And what is the examiner asking you to do? Let us see that the above two sentences may be combined. These two sentences may be combined in this way. What is the right option? Let us look at that. If I had gone to the party, I would meet lots of people. It's not that correct. Whenever there is, past perfect in the, just now I have told you about that. Past perfect in the if clause part, there must be a sentence with would have, should have, could have, might have, okay, yes, plus pp. That must be there in the main class part, but it's not there. So here would plus bb. This is only there. That's why this is wrong. If I went to the party, simple past, I would have is there. If there is simple past in the if class part, okay, simple past, then only a sentence with would or should or could must be there, but would have is there. That's why this is wrong. If I had gone to the party, past perfect is given again, and let us look at the main clause, would have met. Okay, this is correctly given. If I had gone to the party, నేను పార్టీకి వెళ్ళి ఉండినట్టయితే I would have met lots of people. చాలా మంది నేను కలిసి ఉండేవాడిని, వెళ్ళలేదు కాబట్టి కలవలేదు. So if I went to the party, I would meet. No, this is also not correct. So only the third one is right. So please keep this point in your mind. Now let's move on to the next question. 68th question. Some people are interested, but the majority doesn't care. So A part, B part, C part, D part. These four parts are given. And now what is the examiner asking you to do? Find out which part of the sentence has an error. Okay, let us find out the part in which there is an error. Some people, okay, are interested, okay, but the majority is, this is okay, but this is not okay. D part is not the right one. So here, some people are interested, but the majority means the majority people. Majority means majority people. When it is majority people, here it should not be does not, but it should be don't care. No? If it is singular, majority does not is okay. But here, according to the sentence, some people are interested, but the majority of people. But the majority people, the meaning of this is the majority people. That means it is plural. Whenever it is plural, there should not be doesn't care. Doesn't care is singular, don't care is plural. And therefore, this D part has a mistake. Okay. And now let us choose the right option. What is that? Okay. A part, no. C part, no. B part, no. Fourth one, D part. This is the right one. Right. Now let's go to the next question. What is the next question? 69th one. The word sweet is pronounced similar to. How do you pronounce this word? You pronounce it like this. Sweet. Sweet. Suite means a set of rooms. Honeymoon suite. Suite means a room in a big hotel, in a star hotel. Okay, in a star hotel. So it's called sweet. The pronunciation of this is sweet. Okay. And what is the other word which is similar in sound means? Let us look at the options. Suit. This is suit. Suit. Suit means ash. Sweet is there. Sweet, sweet. So second one is the right one. And here suit. Suit. Suit, suit. Sweat. Sweat. Sweat means perspiration. Sweat. Sweat, soot, sweet, suit. The sound of the sweet is similar to the sound of sweet. Sweet is sweet. That sweet is different from this sweet. The sweet is nothing but a set of fruit. The sweet is nothing but sweet meats, okay, which we eat at Diwali and other festivals. Okay, right. Now let's move on to the next question. 70th one. We stayed at a beautiful hotel. I cannot remember its name. Again, two statements are given, two sentences are given, and now let us do whatever the examiner is asking you to do. What is the examiner asking us to do? The above two sentences may be combined as one, and choose the correct combination. So these two sentences can be combined into one single sentence, right? And here, what is that? And choose the correct combination given in the options, okay? And here, what is that? We stayed at a beautiful hotel, and its name I cannot remember. No, you cannot say that. The name of the beautiful hotel where we stay, I cannot remember. No. So the name of the beautiful hotel where we stay, I cannot remember. You cannot say the name of the beautiful hotel whose name I cannot remember now. No. We stayed at a beautiful hotel, the name of which I cannot. The fourth one is the right one. See, it's a relative clause, okay? We stayed at a beautiful hotel, the name of which I cannot remember. This is the right grammatical way. This is not right. We stayed at a beautiful hotel and its name, I cannot remember. Its name, it, you are saying its name, and again you are saying it now. So, wrong, grammatically incorrect. And here it is incorrect. So, first one, second one, third one are wrong. Only the fourth one is the right one. And now let's move on to the next question. 71st question. The film was really boring. It was dash I have ever seen. So, here is a blank given in this question. And let us see what the examiner is asking us to do. Okay, fill in the blank with the correct alternative. Correct alternative is asking us to do. The film was really boring. It was dash I have ever seen. Okay, right. So the film was really boring. It was the film more boring. No, it was the most boring film I have ever seen. D is not there. That's why this is wrong. The most, before the superlative adjective you have to use the. So the most boring film I have ever seen. So this third one is the right one. The more boring film. No, this is not the right one. So your answer is going to be the third one. Now let us go to the next question. 72nd question. She was dash seeing the grandchildren again. So here is given another blank. Let us see what to be used in this blank. And before we fill in this blank, let us see what the examiner is asking us to do. Choose the appropriate phrasal verb to fill in the blank. So he is asking us to fill in the blank with an appropriate phrasal verb, and let us see what phrasal verbs are given here as options. Okay, look forward to, looking over, looking into, looking after. Okay, these are the four phrasal verbs given, and looking after is, no, she was looking forward to. Looking forward to is the right one. Looking forward to means to feel happy and excited. To feel happy. To feel happy and excited. So she was looking forward to means she was feeling happy and excited to see the grandchildren again, because she is going to see her grandchildren again. So looking forward to has this beautiful meaning, to feel happy and excited. Okay, look over. Look over means examine or check. But the teacher was looking over the notebooks. She was examining the notebooks. She was checking the notebooks, something like looking over means to inspect or to check. Look into means to investigate. The police are investigating this case. That the police are looking into this, right? And looking after. Looking after means to take care of. Who is looking after your parents? Who is looking after your grandchildren? So here, this first one is fitting in this blank. The first one is only your answer, and all others are not the right one. And now let's move on to the other questions. Choose the correct answer. He awoke some hours later to the sound of coarse laughter. He awoke. Awoke means he got up. Some hours later, after some time, to the sound of coarse laughter. Coarse laughter. In the Indian pronunciation, you say coarse. Coarse means rough and harsh. Actual pronunciation is coarse. 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 Coarse means rough, harsh. Okay. Laughter. And he's asking you to choose the correct answer. The word coarse means, okay, from this sentence, coarse is selected and this is underlined. And what is the meaning of this coarse? Coarse means what? Loud? No. Okay. Sweet? No. Rough? Okay. Smooth? No. Coarse means rough. Coarse cloth. Coarse cloth means rough cloth. Canvas shoes are made of coarse cloth. And now let's go to the 74th question. What is that? You have honors that glow jewel-like and exquisite. You have honors, okay, awards and honors that glow jewel-like. That glow means that shine jewel-like, and exquisite. Exquisite is there. And this is the statement. And what is the examiner asking you to do? Here the word exquisite means what? Exquisite means completely exhausted. No, of great excellence. Exquisite means, in other words, excellent, glorious, excellent, glorious. Okay, of great excellence. That's the meaning. Disturbed mood? No. Unpleasant time? No. So first, third, fourth are wrong, and only the second one is your answer. And now let's move on to the other questions. Fill in the blank with the correct verb form. Okay, he's asking you to fill in the blank with a correct verb form. And here, what is the sentence given here? It is late. It is time. We dash go home. So here is the blank given, and in this sentence you have to fill in the blank with a suitable verb form. Right. What are the options given? Had gone, okay, no. Have gone, no. Went, yes. Go, wrong. So first, second, fourth are wrong. Only the third one is right. Why? Why this went should be means? So after this, it is time. Yes, it is time. Let me give you. It is time, or it is high time. High time. After these phrases, we must use only the simple past tense. Okay, there is a rule. I have made a video also on this, on several things I made videos. If you can subscribe to my channel, you can watch all of them. Okay, because I am working for you, but you are not working for yourselves. Okay, I am a senior teacher. No, I'm a traditional teacher. I'm teaching all the things for the betterment of your spoken English skills, but you are not watching them. See, after it is time or it is high time, we must use only the simple past tense. See, here it is late. Chala alasyamayindi. It is time we dash go home means it is time we went home. Manamu ee paatiki intiki vellalsindi ante inka vellaledu, inka ikkade unnam. It is late. అందుకే after it is time we must use only simple past. 76th one, the chipko message is fine. Okay, chipko message means, chipko movement also you know very well. I think chipko movement is nothing but it's a social movement, and which aimed at protecting trees and forests. Okay, because if there are more trees and more forests, what happens? There will be a lot of rainfall in the country. There will be no drought conditions in the country. So that is the reason why this movement was started long ago. And but today, these people who are making ventures, are cutting down all the big trees, and they are planting small saplings, and they, by the time they grow big, it would take years of time. So the government should not give permission to cut down big trees, but these people are managing with the government officials, giving them bribes and taking permission from them and cutting down all the trees. After some time, we are very much likely to suffer from lack of rains and drought conditions. So the danger is there. But in the United States, even if you cut one small branch, you will be punished severely. So therefore you can find thick forests and big trees and all that. You are not permitted to cut down in a small branch. So that kind of strict rule or strict measures must be taken to protect the trees and the forests. So that's all about Chipko movement, and the Chipko message is fine. Okay, right. And here, what is the examiner asking us to do? The adverb form of the adjective fine is adverb form. So whatever adverb fine. So what is the adverb form of fine? See, remember, this is an adjective. Fine is an adjective. Okay, to turn this into an adverb, you must add ly to that. Then that becomes finely. Sweet, sweet, sweetly. Honest, ly, honestly. Legal, legally. Happy, happily. Splendid, splendidly. If you add ly to the adjective, you take all the adjectives. Most of the adjectives are turned into adverbs only by the addition of ly to them. sweet, sweetly, honest, honestly, bold, boldly, brave, bravely. So the adverb form of the adjective fine is, what is that? So finest, no, finely, right? Fine. Finally is the right one. Second one is your option. And now let's move on to the other questions. 77th question. Choose the correct preposition. So choose the correct preposition. His experience furnished him dash a wide knowledge of humanity. So this is the question. In this question, there is a blank given. What are the options given here? Let us look at that. So you have to fill in this blank with a correct preposition. So furnished him, of, no, over, no, with, okay, by. So after this word furnished, it is always followed by the preposition with. Is furnished with. His experience furnished him with. So this furnished is a word which is always followed by the preposition with. Therefore, in this blank, with must be used. Only with is correct, and this is the right one. Right. 78th one is there. Find out the error in the sentence. Find out the error. So what is the error? Let us see that. I caught him climb over my wall. I asked him to explain, but he refused to say anything. So in end, I had to let him go. So A part, B part, C part, D part are given. Which part has an error? Okay. So here, what is that? Options are given. Okay. We have to choose that. So I caught him climb. So this part has an error, right? I asked him to explain, right? I refused to say, right? Handed to let him go, okay, right? So B part, D part, C part are correct, but A part is not correct. Here you look at this sentence. I caught him climb over my wall. మా గోడ ఎక్కినప్పుడు నేను పట్టుకున్నానంటావా, మా గోడను ఎక్కుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు పట్టుకున్నా అంటావా? So here are two things given. I caught him climb over my wall అంటే మా గోడను ఎక్కినప్పుడు నేను పట్టుకున్నాను అతనిని. దట్స్ ద మీనింగ్. ఎక్కినప్పుడు పట్టుకుంటే హియర్ వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? ఇమీడియట్లీ ద సెకండ్ సెంటెన్స్, ఐ ఆస్క్డ్ హిమ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్. ఎప్పుడో పట్టుకుంటే ఇప్పుడు ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ అడగడం ఏమిటి? థింగ్ హ్యాపెన్ ఇమీడియట్లీ ఆఫ్టర్ దిస్. దట్ మీన్స్ హియర్ దిస్ మ్యాన్ కాట్ హిమ్ నాట్ క్లైంబ్ ఓవర్ మై వాల్, బట్ క్లైంబింగ్ ఓవర్ మై వాల్. క్లైంబింగ్ ఓవర్ మై వాల్. ఓకే. మా గోడను ఎక్కుతూ ఉండగా నేను పట్టుకున్నానంటావా, మా గోడను ఎక్కినప్పుడు పట్టుకున్నానంటావా? ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ పక్కన ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయమని అడుగుతున్నాడు, కానీ వాడు రిఫ్యూజ్ చేశాడు, కానీ వదిలిపెట్టేశాడు. ఇవన్నీ దీని తర్వాత జరిగాయి. కాబట్టి అతడు మా గోడను ఎక్కుతూ ఉండినప్పుడు నేను అతన్ని పట్టుకున్నాను. ఎక్కినప్పుడు కాదు పట్టుకున్నాను. సో ఎక్కినప్పుడు అంటే దానికంటే ఎక్కుతూ ఉండినప్పుడు అంటే కరెక్ట్గా ఉంది. కాబట్టి హియర్ క్లైంబ్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ద కరెక్ట్ వన్, క్లైంబింగ్ ఈజ్ ద రైట్ వన్. ఐ కాట్ హిమ్ క్లైంబింగ్ ఓవర్ మై వాల్. సో this A part is the mistake part. So let us choose it. Right. Number 2 is the right one. Now let's move on to the next question. 79th one. Find the word which is spelled correctly. Which is spelled correctly means the spelling of that word is given correctly. Entrepreneur, entrepreneur, entrepreneur. So in our Indian pronunciation we say entrepreneur, entrepreneur, not entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. So here this is that word, and let us see. So here entrepreneur, meter, liter, this ter is this. Pre, nur, nur, but e is there. Its vowel is extra. It is silent. Entrepreneur means a person who makes use of money to start a business. Entrepreneur. So that should be the right one. All are entrepreneurs. Don't get confused with tre is not there. That's why this is gone. Entrepreneur. This is right. And ter is there. Ter is not tre ter. Ter is given. That's why this is wrong. Tre-preneur. So an is there, tree is there, pray is there, but here nuer is there. Nuer is given. It's wrongly given. Nuer, not nuer. Are you following me? So that's why entrepreneur. This is the right one. Okay. This is only the word that is correctly spelled. And now let's go to the last question. Choose the appropriate exclamation. Exclamation is exclamatory sentence to complete the given conversation. What is that? A dash. Okay, here we have to fill it. B. Yes, great. I don't normally like juice, but I really enjoyed going yesterday. What should be the appropriate exclamation to be there. What is that? Don't we have a fantastic time at the zoo? Don't we have a fantastic time at the zoo? This is not the right one. Do we have a fantastic time at the zoo? Not right one. Have we had a fantastic time at the zoo? Not right one. Didn't we have a fantastic time at the zoo? This is the right one. Because the answer is also, what is that? I don't normally like juice, but really enjoyed yesterday. The action happened yesterday, and that's why the question must also be in the past tense. So this is the right one. Didn't we have? Because this action happened in the past tense, and that's why this must be used. Not don't present tense, do we present tense, have present tense. So these 1, 2, 3 are exclamatory sentences in the present tense, and therefore they are absolutely wrong, and only the fourth one is in the past tense, because the answer is in the past tense, and therefore your answer is going to be the fourth one. So with this, this video comes to an end. Thank you for watching this video. Hello dear DSC candidates, thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any problem in understanding any question, please mention it in the comment section. My phone number is also being given. If you have any grammatical problems, okay, please call me on that number, and I'm ready to talk to you over the phone directly, right? I'm going to upload more videos. Please try to watch all of them and try to benefit from all of them. Thank you so much once again, and with another beautiful video, I shall be back to you. Until then, bye. See you, all of you. Right.